Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Hope. I've been listening to saying that Hope has been pretty much a succubus for a hot minute when it comes towards Thomas. But, this scene with Thomas once again declaring his love for her, Snit is saying that eventually she's going to wear this ring, they're going to be super happy, he's going to make her happy, and just giving her all these compliments and showering with compliments and declaration of love. Hope is really being irresponsible with not just his heart, but his mental health as well. Okay? She's doing this because this is about her. Okay? She doesn't really so much care about him, she cares about what he can do for her. Okay, you saw it towards the end, they sit there having their loving in the afternoon and stuff like that. That's what she cares about. She cares about getting her rocks off. Let's just be very clear about this. Okay? Because she is leading this man on. He's professing his love like he's gonna be with her forever. And instead of her just saying, slow down or whatever, again, I'm kind of just living in a moment, she's just smiling. She's just taking this all in. This is all about her. This is the Hope Logan show at this point. And when he does backslide, and she's all like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you're acting this way. You're being super obsessed." Well, idiot, this is mostly on you. I mean, granted, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit there and victim blame. Okay, no does actually mean no, and if she sits there and says no when he starts to get obsessed, that is still on him. But I'm like, boo, you didn't help the situation. Okay, this is what Steffi has been Snit there saying. If you're gonna be all in, be all in. The dad has been Snit there saying the same thing, and she's just like giving this answer of, well, I'm just living in the moment. I don't know what I want. It's none of y'all business. And then when she starts Snit there getting chased and harassed and everything like that, then she's gonna be standing there like, oh my goodness, I should have sat there and listened to them. No, because this was all about you. Okay, so yeah. Um, the hell else is going on? So RJ finds out from Luna what Zindy has been up to. Zindy walks in. Zindy tries to play this issue off like, oh, come on, I'm from Europe, this is what we do. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I'm like, bro, if you're going to be a scumbag, if you're going to sit there and be the Mr. So-called skater girl, just own up to it. Don't sit there and try to downplay it, okay? And in a lot of ways, I do feel bad for Luna because Luna's like, yo, listen, just chill out. This is not exactly what I wanted. She's an intern there. You got a higher up person that you're trying to hit on another higher up person's girlfriend. Okay, so you can only imagine how she's there feeling right now. And of course, Lee, the annoying POS, is going to be like, oh my God, you're causing friction in the company. See, this is exactly why I didn't want you there. Da 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 da. Well, come at your own sister like that. Don't take that out. Don't take that ish out on your niece. Because I know her dumbass is gonna sit there and come in here and be all no, 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 no. No, you can shut up and you can miss me with that. Okay? Disgusting behavior. Isn't it? They're treating her niece like that. But RJ gets upset. He's like, listen, I have patience for you. My patience does have an end. It is not finite. And he's like, listen, you're pathetic and you sit there and back off. Take your sketchbook and get the F up and out of here. That's pretty much what he's, told him to do. Then he comes back and he's lurking like a creep, watching those two make out. So yeah, she's like, he was in the day, yeah, he probably likes me, but he's using me as a pawn. So that's going on. Steffi, after talking to Hope about Thomas walks in. Steffi gets a text from Finn. She finds out that Zindy's talking to her again. I mean, that Xander is in communication with him. And she's like, listen, what are you doing? And, she gets upset. Finn's like, hey, listen, he called me. Like, I don't care. Hang out. I told you not to sit there and drop this and let this go. He talks about all this stuff could be a triggering for him. I'm like, well, then maybe you need to sit there and seek therapy, you know? And Finn is basically saying that, there's a possibility that he could have ran her off the road. Now, even though he got cleared by the police, this is something that she's saying, drop it, let it go. He got cleared by the police. Xander has no proof. This is just a theory. This is just literally a string theory. But, you know, it's very open ended because there's people saying that he did it. There's people saying that he didn't do it. And in the beginning, I was one of the people who was saying that he didn't do it because he didn't bump her car. And she kept looking at her phone, right? Reckless driving. But let's sit there and take a look at this again. She's being chased by this man. Now, yeah, granted what she was doing, going on the phone, texting and stuff like that. I was like, bro, listen, you shouldn't be texting and driving. You shouldn't be calling and driving, but it would have been much more better if you would have called as opposed of just texting like an idiot. Well, with that being said, you can, I think Dolomedics was like the family could have filed a civil suit, because again, Finn was like he was tailgating her, and he was riding right on her ass. We saw that. We literally saw that. We literally saw Thomas riding up on her. So riding up on top of her, using his high beams and everything like that. She's trying to get away from this man. See, this is what it comes down to. She's trying to get away from this man because he's following her. Okay? So it can always be an argument of he ran her off the road because he was tailgating her. So he might not actually have bumped her off the road, but he did tailgate to the point where it caused her accident. I mean, hell, she wouldn't have been snitched driving so fast and so erratically if she wasn't afraid for her life by a man who is chasing after her. This is what misses me with some people, you know? Because the only thing they could sit there and say is, well, she was on her phone. She was on her phone. She was reckless driving. It doesn't help her case, and I can see that. And that's why initially I was like, yeah. But yeah, I said, damn, think, yeah, she was on the phone, she was texting and driving when she shouldn't have. When you have some madman that's coming up behind her, what else was she thinking of? What else was she supposed to do at the time? Okay, granted, she could have did like 100 different things, but being panicking and not in your own and not in your right mind, you sit there and do some stupidness. And I felt like that was a stupid thing that she did, but she did it out of fear of this man going after her. Now, while Steffi's talking to Finn, you can sit there and see the wheels spinning, being like, maybe I need to sit there and talk to him. Maybe I need to sit there and ask this question again. Because Finn is like, you need to sit there and get to the bottom of this. You need to really sit there and ask him. Even a GPS or whatever was there that Xander was saying was right on that road as well. And then she's, Steffi trying to come up with a bunch of excuses. Oh, well, he could have been going to go and see Brooke. He could have went to go to a hamburger spot or whatever. He could have did a lot of things. But come on. It's what he could have did and what most likely he did. And I think Steffi Snit is starting to realize that and is probably going to wind up asking that question again. She's in a very tough spot. And, again, my whole thing was like, oh, you need to sit there and back up. You need to let this go and yada, yada, yada. Like, she doesn't want this to be a cause of their relationship crumbling. But yet she's not there keeping a secret as well for months that Liam has kissed her not once, but twice. So I want to sit there and see what's going to wind up happening when he finds out that. Because right now she's been on this high horse of leave my brother alone. Don't call it friction. Because she's going to have something to be upset about. She's going to have some ammunition. How much ammunition is going to sit there and have when she's been lying to her husband for months? That's something that I am waiting for. I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else. If you do watch General Hospital, I'm not going to be reviewing it today. I'm probably going to be sitting there skimming just to kind of keep up with the conversation when people want to talk about it. But for the most part, I'm not going to be sitting there watching it and reviewing it. It's a sad episode. I don't want to get into that. mental health, mental well-being. I just don't want to sit there and be a part of that today. But I will be sitting there watching and reviewing tomorrow. That I think it's going to kind of go back to the regular story. So I'll be back on that train tomorrow. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. If you missed anything, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. We talk about General Hospital. I'm probably not going to add much to that conversation, but any stuff that's prior happening storyline wise with you know Michael and Willow and Nina and stuff like that, I'll talk about that. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video or hopefully the live stream tonight.